Hello, my name is Victor Avalos, and today I'll be teaching you how to create a character in D&D. We'll be talking about the three key features of D&D, creating a character using SniperGryzwa's creating a D&D 5e for beginners article. So in D&D, race and class are very key contributors to creating a character. Now, in the real world, race and class have different meanings and have different attributes to it. However, in D&D, race determines what who your character is. You could be a dwarf, you can be a gnome, you can be a dragonborn, or even a regular human. Now, class has more of a profession aspect to it. So you will be learning how to spellcast as a wizard or a sorcerer, or maybe as a barbarian or a bard, all of which have different abilities and proficiencies to add into the flavor of D&D. Background has more insight than just being where your character has come from. So in addition to your character's history, it also gives you talents, some proficiencies, what languages you speak, and the money you have earned over time. So depending on where you come from also determines the skill set that your character also has. It is one of the three things that goes into creating a character with race, class, and now background. So now we'll get into creating your own character. Hold on, I need to put on my glasses. Okay, so we'll be discussing what you need in order to create a D&D character. So first of all, you need a pencil so you can write down your stats. And then you'll need a character sheet. Next, you would need a player's handbook. And this player's handbook is the main essential thing in order to create and progress your characters in D&D. They also have a free PDF version. The person that made this book is Jeremy Crawford, and it is known as the Player's Handbook, published in August 2014. Following information is going to be taken from a YouTube video and content creator Don't Stop Thinking. Then this video is called How to Play Dungeons & Dragons 5e Character Creation, made in March 2017. So one of the first things he discusses is about ability scores. So how is your ability score determined? By using a standard array, we will fill in this side of the box. So each box is an ability score, and each oval here is a modifier. Each box will be filled in correlation of your class. So in the standard array, in accordance to your class, you will use 15, 14, 13, 12, and 10 in order to choose the best stats for the class you are playing. And each oval you will be filling in based on the ability scores in this box. So the way this ability score are bonuses and penalties during gameplay, in which it's kind of more important than your ability score is, but you'll be determining your rolls based on your modifiers. So in order to get your modifier, you get your ability score, which is in the box, and then subtract that by 10. And when you just subtract that by 10, you divide that number by 2. So let's say it's 14. You get 14 minus 10, and then that is 4. Subtract that and divide that by 2, and you get a 2. So it's a plus 2 to your modifier. Filling in more boxes, saving throws, skills, and then your proficiency bonus. That's all located here, here, and down here. So the way your proficiency bonus works is you get a plus 2 starting at level 1. Next, your saving throws will be determined by your class, and then skills will be determined by your class, background, and race, all of which are determined also by your modifiers. Now, determining on how your class, background, and race affects your skill proficiencies down here, you will fill in each bubble depending on which one is you're proficient in, and also adding the added bonus from which it gives you. And same thing for saving throws, however, it only comes from your class. So once you have that filled in, you'll want to fill out your passive perception down here. So your passive perception works is using your skill perception down here, you will add that plus 10. So it's your modifier plus your plus 10 down here. Next, you'll have other proficiencies, in which it is down here. So what other proficiencies include are languages, weapons, armors, and tools. Here is your traits and features box, in which you will bring in certain race, background, and class features into your character sheet. Down here is another box. This is your equipment and money box. And down here you start, your money is determined by your background, and it is the only thing you will get your money from. So depending on where you come from is the amount of money you get. However, with the equipment, your class has multiple choice options with weapons and armor. Also, you'll be able to choose a certain pack that you want. Next, we'll fill in some additional blanks at the top up here. So the first blank you may notice is shape of a shield, probably, and it says armor class on it. And this is the threshold at which an opponent must be over in order to hit you. So the way the armor class is determined is depending on the amount of armor you're wearing, or maybe a added shield bonus. So depending on what you wear also affects your armor class. Next, you have your initiative. So you take your dex modifier and then you put that there. So that is your whatever you roll plus your initiative, and then that is your initiative. Next, you have your speed, and that is determined by your race, depending on what you are. So down here, you have your maximum HP, in which that is an added 8 plus your constitution modifier. So down here, we have these extra boxes, these grayed out boxes down here, in which this is your weapon's name, your attack bonus, and then also your damage type. So the way that this kind of works is it uses strength or dexterity in order to use what kind of what is needed to use this weapon. So if you're proficient in the weapon, you get an added bonus to it in your damage type. So keep in mind that you do not use your proficiency damage type in this box down here, but you do use it in your attack bonus to add onto your attack bonus. So it's your modifier plus your bonus if you have one, and then your damage type is determined using the damage dice plus the modifier. Ranged attacks are dexterity based, and melee attacks are strength based. Now that you kind of have an understanding of what this all is, you'll be able to create a basic character to base your D&D with. We did not cover certain things like personalities and flaws. However, it contributed to your roleplay aspect of the game. So thank you for listening. I'll have the sources at the description of the video. Thank you.